Hello, good morning, students. I hope you all are keeping fine. And today, let's start the class. Uh, Already we have covered this chapter all about birds. That is the chapter 4. Okay, all about the birds. In this chapter, we have seen about the feathers. Okay, feathers, then beak, then feet and claw. Okay, feet and claw. So here, first we have discussed about the birds that we have seen many birds around us, and birds are the only animals with feathers. They have wings to fly, legs to walk, and on the back, two legs to walk on a beak and a beak to eat the food. Then they lay eggs. All birds have wings, but not at all can fly. Some are flightless birds like penguin, kiwi, then emu, ostrich. These are they can only walk. Okay, they can only walk and they use their wings only for the balance. Okay, they use their wings only for balance. So, and penguins, they swim, they use their wings like flippers. So, in yesterday's class, we have discussed these all things. So, just I am repeating for you, uh, so that you can also get a chance to revise it and to renew it. Then we have discussed about the feathers, right? We have discussed about the feathers. We have discussed about the feathers. In feathers, we have seen three types of feathers: flight feathers, down feathers, and body feathers. Okay, flight feathers, down feather, and body feather. Feather is found on the wing and tail of a bird. Flight feather, where it is found? It is found on the wing and tail of a bird. Then we have what is the work of the flight feather? It helps the bird to fly. It helps the bird to fly. Down feathers are soft and short. Down feathers are soft and short. They keep the body warm. What is the work of the down feather? It keeps the body warm. Then we have seen about the body feather. From the name only it is clear, body feather. So it covers the whole body of a bird and they give shape to the body. Body feathers cover whole body of a bird and it gives shape to the body. Then we have seen about the beak. Okay, feathers. We have seen three types of feathers. That is, we have seen first is flight. Flight feather helps you to fly help the bird to fly. Then down feather and third is body feather. Third is body feather. Okay. Then beak. We have seen beak. In that we have seen five types of bees and birds on the basis of the food they eat. On the basis of the food they eat. Okay. Feathers, first topic. Second, we have seen the bees. So, on the basis of food they eat, they have different types of bees. And on the basis of that, again the birds are classified into six categories. They are classified into five and or six categories. Okay, so the first is we have seen about the bird of prey. Bird of prey. They have this type of beak. They are sharp, strong, and good beak. Example we have seen eagle and vulture. Eagle and vulture. First was the sharp, strong, and hooked. Sharp, strong, and hooked beak. Beak. Okay? And the example of this type of beaks are this type of bird, eagle and vulture. Eagle and vulture are the example of this kind of bird. Eagle and vulture. Second, we have seen about the short, hard, and stony beak. short, hard, and stony beak. Then these type of birds are also called the seed eater. Sharp, hard, and stony and stony beak. Example of this type of birds are pigeons. They are also known as seed eaters. Pigeons are also known as the seed eater. Okay. Then sparrow is also eating the seeds only. Then we have seen the strong sickle-shaped beak. Strong sickle-shaped beak. Birds like woodpecker and whoopie have strong sickle-shaped beak. Such a beak helps the bird to make hole in the trunk of a tree and pick up insects for food and build nests. So strong sickle-shaped beak. Third is in this beak, first sharp strong hooked beak, sharp hard and stony beak. Then here third is strong sickle-shaped beak. Strong sickle, strong sickle-shaped beak. An example of that type of beaks are woodpecker and whoopie. Woodpecker and whoopie. Okay, woodpecker and whoopie. These are the example of the strong sickle-shaped beak. Then we have seen about the broad and flat beak. Broad and flat beak. This type of birds having, that is, today I discussed ducks and geese. They have broad and flat beak. Beak is broad and flat beak, right? Flat beak. And the example of this kind of bird is duck. Duck is the best example of this kind of bird. Okay. Then we have seen about the next is long and cylinder beak. Long and cylinder beak. That is long and cylinder. Long and cylinder beak. And the example of that type of beak is the hummingbird or the sunbird. Okay, hummingbird. Hummingbird or the sunbird. So they have long and cylinder beak. So we have seen, now we have, today also we are dividing it. Today also we have discussed it, that on the basis of beak, the birds are classified into 5 categories, and on the basis of food they eat. So first we have seen here sharp, strong and hooked beak. Example, eagle and vulture. Sharp, strong, hooked beak. Example is eagle and vulture. Second is sharp, hard and stony beak. Sharp, hard and stony beak. And example we have seen the pigeon. Then third is strong sickle-shaped beak. Strong sickle-shaped beak. And the example is woodpecker. Their beak is such sharp and strong that it can easily make a hole in the trunk of the tree. Then fourth is broad and flat beak. Example, duck. Broad and flat beaks are found in the bird like the duck. Then we have seen the last is long and cylinder beak. This type of beaks are found in the hummingbird and sunbird. Okay, hummingbird and the sunbird. So on the basis of the beak and the food they eat, the birds are classified into 5 categories. So these are the 5 categories, and I think now you people are clear. Okay, and just note the point and go through it once again. So it will be more clear and you can learn very nicely and clearly, right? Okay. Then come to the, we have discussed 2 points, feathers and bees. And yesterday we discussed, in the last class, we discussed one more topic, and that was the feet and claw. Feet. Feet and claw of a bird. So let's come to that topic, feet and claw. That also we have discussed in the last class. So that also I will revise here once again, so it will be more and more clear. Okay. So the feet and claw. On the basis of that, birds are again classified into 6 categories. Birds are again classified into 6 categories. That is on the basis of feet and claw. On the basis of feet and claws, birds are again divided into 6 categories. So the first is perching bird. Perching bird. A perching bird, today we discussed, no? A perching bird has 4 toes, 3 in front and 1 at the behind. And with the help of that toe, they hold the branch of the tree very strongly. They hold the branches of the tree very strongly, that night also they can sleep in the night by holding that branches with the toe, and they are not falling from it. Okay, so that much strongly they are catching the branches. Okay, so the example of that bird is the crow and man. Crow. Crows are the best example. So here, first we will write the topic here, no? Perching bird. Topic is perching. Perching bird. And the example of perching bird is, that is the crow and manna. Crow and manna. Commonly you can see this bird. Then second is on the basis of the scratching, means on the way of if they are searching the food. On the basis of that, second is the scratching bird. Scratching. A scratching bird has 3 toes in front and a short hind toe higher up the leg. Then a scratching bird scratches the soil for food with its strong horny claws. Hen and peacock are some scratchy birds. Hen and peacock are the some scratchy birds. So here we can see the, from the name only it is clear. Scratch. Yes? Those were scratching. Scratching. Scratching birds. So in this example will be hen. Hen will be the best example of the scratching bird. Then bird of prey. The third is on the basis of feet and claw, bird of prey. Birds of prey. Birds of prey. Birds of prey have 3 toes in front and 1 behind, just like perching bird. A bird of prey has a strong, horny, and curved claw to catch up and grip live animals. Such claws are called talons. Example: eagle, vulture, and hawk. So, bird of prey, example: eagle, vulture, and hawk. These are the example of the bird of prey. Then next up was the next category, fourth category, that is the climbing bird. From name only it is clear. They have such type of uh, appearance of the leg, and that easily they can climb the tree. Easily they can climb the tree. Okay. So the fourth one is the climbing bird. Climbing. climbing bird. Example here, woodpecker and parrot. Parrot and woodpecker because they have two front toe and two hind toe. Right? Here they have two front and two hind toe. Understood? So with the help of that they can climb the tree very easily. Okay? So I think you also like, no? In your childhood, everyone in this time you like. In this age, everyone in your age, everyone likes to run, enjoy, play, and to even to climb up the tree, especially on the mango tree, to catch or to what? To break the mango or other fruit. So we like too much, no? To climb the tree. Yes. So climbing bird. Climbing bird example is the woodpecker. Woodpecker. Okay. Next is swimming bird. Next is the fifth category we have seen swimming. From name only it is clear. Swimming bird. Swimming bird. Example of swimming bird is which type of bird? That is the duck. Duck, swan and pelican. So they have webbed feet that help them to paddle and push paddle and pushes for swimming. These feet are used for paddle and for pushing the water in for swimming. So this type example of this kind of birds are they have webbed feet and the web of skin helps them to swim in water. So the example of this type of bird is duck and swan. Duck. Okay. So swimming bird example is the duck, right? Then next sixth category is the wading bird. Wading bird. Wading bird. And the example of wading bird are crane. Crane. You have seen, I think, very long bird. So their feet is very long and thin. Okay, that is the wading bird has long legs and thin, outspreading toe, and they wade through muddy source, ponds, and rivers of water. Herons, crane, and frigates are some example of the wading bird. So, wading bird have long legs and thin, outspreading toe. They wade through muddy source, pond, and rivers. Then their long legs keep their body well above the level of the water. So their long legs keep the body well above the level of the water. So for the food, they wade, means they go and search, wade to muddy source. Muddy source means the places which are on the bank of the river or water bodies. They are muddy, no, which they are wet and muddy, and in that the cranes wade to for the food. Okay, and they with the and in that wading their long legs help a lot. Okay, with the help of that long legs, they wade in the water, and the long legs keep their body well above the level of water. So example of that are herons and cranes. Okay, herons and cranes are the example of the wading bird. So once more we listen carefully. We have on the basis of feet and claws, birds are classified into six categories. Birds are classified into six categories. So first is perching bird. First is the perching bird, and the example is crow. Second is scratching bird. Example is hen. Scratching bird. Third is bird of prey, and the example is eagle and hawk. Fourth is climbing bird. Example is the woodpecker. Fifth is swimming bird. Example is duck, and sixth is wading bird. Example is the crane. So these are the many birds are there, but I have given just one or two examples, so easily you can understand about that type of category, that category of the bird. Okay. So in this chapter we are dealing with the totally about the birds only. Means what type of feathers they have, what is the work of the feathers, how they are helping the bird. Okay. Then we have seen the beak, what type of food they eat. On the basis of that, and on the basis of that, they are classified into again six, five categories. And third uh, point of categorization is the fit and claw. On the basis of fit and claw, again they are classified into again six categories. Okay, so here we are just going through a detailed study about the birds. Then we will see here how birds fly. Our next topic will be how birds fly. We know, we see, they fly very high in the sky and very nicely. So here we will see what type of movement is helping, which wings, which feathers, and how they are starting their flight in the sky. So these things we will discuss here. Then we next topic will be nesting habit of birds. You know, a bird home is called a nest, right? So for what they are making the nest, in order to have a very comfortable life, you want home, no? Even just to live a life, simple life also, you need a need home or shelter. In that you can easily live, and you will be totally protected from the natural disasters, even from the natural things like that from the sun, heavy rainfall, heavy winds, okay, hail and storm. This from all the things your house protect protect you and give you comfort. Easily you can live there, you can eat, you can sleep, you can study, you can do all your work, very easily in your home, in your houses. So we are very happy in our own home. So like that only, in order to lay eggs and to protect from the enemy, in order to protect the baby from the enemy, birds also lay eggs in the nest. Birds also lay eggs in the nest. So that also we will see here, and then we will see the nesting material kind of nest. So first, let's see the next topic, that is how birds fly. How birds fly. Okay. So we will see here one by one every movement we will discuss here how the birds are flying. Okay. So ready. Let's start the next topic. So in this we have how birds fly. Next topic. Just note down the topic, birds how birds fly. How birds fly. Okay. So a bird home is called a nest. A nest, that we know. So here let's discuss about the first wing. Wing. What helps the bird to fly? A wing helps a bird to fly. Wings help the bird to fly. Wings are joined to the body with strong muscles. These muscles help the bird to fly over long distances without getting tired. Okay. So with the help of these wings only, birds fly in the sky and for a long distance without getting tired. They will not fall in the middle. No, never. So how? They are flying continuously for a long distance. And that looks very beautiful, in the sky when we see the birds are flying. It looks very beautiful also that in the sky. And for that they fly high and higher in the sky and without getting tired for a long distance. They fly for a long distance. So wings are joined to the body with the strong muscles, and that help the bird to fly. Okay. So here we will discuss this topic in the next class, how the birds fly. Okay.